A face was looking down at me as I came round. A handsome face with blank eyes. The face started to say something. Then it combusted and melted away. And I realized it was just a dream. And I awoke properly into a world that was nothing but pain.
Enough! Don't kill him! Enough, I said, Locke! Recognize this, Eisenhorn. Thought you'd wile your way in among us and then produce this crest and make us all cower in fear. Doesn't work that way with the House of Glaw. We're not afraid of your kind.
Then you are very foolish indeed.
You think your friends are going to help you? We've rounded them all up. They're just down the cell block yonder.
I'm perfectly serious. Others know I'm here, and you really don't want to be messing with a servant of the Inquisition, no matter how much at your mercy you think he is.
Don't worry. I don't underestimate the Inquisition. I'm just not afraid of it. Now, there are some questions I'd like answers to.
You got it wrong, Glaw. It's you who will provide the answers.
That is a Straussine neural scourge. Our friend Mr. Locke is quite an expert in its application. We were delighted when he volunteered to run this interrogation.
Educated man like you knows all about pressure points. So does Strossi. But they like to do more than tap them. They like to burn them out. I studied with one of their sacred torturers for a year or so. This grip, for example, the one that's choking you. It's also paralyzing your respiratory system and stopping your just like that. I can stop your heart, burst your brain, blind you, so play along!
I could barely hear him. Blood was drumming in my ears, and explosive light and color patterns were fogging my vision.
He's halfway to death. I told you fools I wanted answers.
Ask me yourself.
What brought you to my house, Inquisitor?
The Pontius. It was a gamble, and I wasn't hopeful. But there was always a chance that the very word might auto-slay them as it had done Simon Croats in the Sundome on Hubris. As I suspected, it didn't.
You came from Hubris.
I stopped iClone's work there.
It was aborted anyway.
What is the Pontius?
If you don't know, I'm hardly going to tell you. I don't think he knows anything about the true matter. But I want to be certain. Can you be trusted to work efficiently, Locke?
My index needle is lancing right into your parento-occipital sulcus, directly influencing your truth center. You cannot lie, no matter what. What do you know of the true matter?
Nothing.
What is your name?
Gregor Eisenhorn.
Where were you born?
Dekera's world.
Your first sexual conquest?
I was 16, a maid in a scholam.
Your darkest fear?
The man with blank eyes.
What do you know of the true matter?
Nothing. Gorgon Locke continued to question me for 4 hours. 4 hours that I know about. Beyond those, I recall nothing.
Lie still, Gregor. You're with friends. Lay still, old friend.
You know me, Amos.
Are you really an Inquisitor, Sire Archibald?
Yes, I am. My name is Eisenhorn.
We're dead. You've taken us to our deaths.
Michaelis, shut up!
I felt some pity for them. Guild Synesius was rotten to the core, and these men were corrupt. But they were only in this predicament because I duped them. What do you know?
We're as good as dead. No wonder my master leaves this kind of work to you suicidal radicals. I just wish I hadn't agreed to join you.
Thank you for that, Haldane. Anyone else want to offer something less editorial?
We're in a prison cell under the west wing, to the rear, almost under the woodlands. They burst into our quarters after you'd been gone 3 hours and seized us at gunpoint. I memorized a careful note of the route we were taking to this place, and have mentally compared it with Midas's map, so I'm fairly sure of our location.
What is it?
At Milodox, a 10-gram dose. You look like you need it.
I don't use drugs.
Admeladox is a painkiller and a mind clearer. I don't care if you do drugs or not, I want that in your system if that gate opens.
Why?
Have you ever been to a pits fight?
Prove yourself!
The Inquisition will show you no mercy.
Kill them now! Kill them!
heard something. Who's there?
Eisenhorn.
Die, scum!
Still.
There's no escape, heretic.
The House of Glor will tear your bastard Emperor from his throne.
Use your last breaths wisely and unfold your truths to me, or the Inquisition will teach you pain that Gorgon Locke has yet to imagine.
You cannot even begin to imagine the imperial misery House Glor will wreak. The worlds of the Imperium will blister and burn before Oberon and Gontius. Exalted will be the great darkness of Slaanesh.
Where's Amos? The girl?
Last I saw her, the Savant was bustling around somewhere making notes. I haven't seen Elizabeth since we freed them from the pit.
Oberon Glor?
No trace.
Gorgon Locke? The churchman, Datso?
They're all probably cinders in the craft that tried to escape.
Decoys.
The Glavian is right for my money. I'm glad naval security could serve you here, Inquisitor Eisenhorn. hope it's restored your faith in the battle fleet.
I liked him. An honest man doing his best amid the conflicting political interests of Battlefleet Command and the Inquisition. In later years, I would come to value all Madothine's honesty and discretion immeasurably.
Now whose methods seem wise?
Boak had brought a staff of nearly 50 with him. They had stripped the noble house of every shred of evidence they could find.
Much has been deleted, dumped, or burned. Much else is encrypted.
Iclone's mission to Hubris involving the Pontius was clearly important to them. But Oberon Glor told me explicitly that said endeavor had been aborted. Cancelled, because something more vital had come into play. They referred to it as the true matter.
It would explain why your foe Iclone was abandoned. After all his preparations, the Glors failed to deliver the Pontius as they had promised.
That fits. Datso and the shipmaster Locke were clearly deeply involved in this true matter. We need to establish more facts about them. They mentioned the Saruthi.
A Xenos breed, outlying the subsector. Little is known of them and contact is forbidden. The Inquisition holds several investigations pending, but their space is uncharted.
But a rogue like Locke may well have established lines of contact with them.
Ordo Xenos must begin a survey of the Saruthi, but for now the matter is closed.
How do you reason that?
House Glor is destroyed. Its principal members and co-conspirators are slain. Whatever they were planning is finished.
I didn't even begin to argue with the old man. Voke was sure of his facts. His main failing, in my opinion. He was wrong, of course. I had returned to Dorsey in the care of the Imperial Hospice, where my many wounds and injuries were treated. Most of the cuts and gashes were superficial. Locke's work on me had left deeper scars. My face, they could do nothing with. Locke's promise had been lasting. I would never smile again, nor make much of any expression. Amos visited me to source information concerning the Glor's confederates. The ecclesiarchy had no record of a churchman named Datso. But I remembered that he had links to a missionary order sponsored by the Glors on the Edgeworld Damask. Astrogeographically, it lay just a few months' passage spinward from the uncharted regions of the mysterious Saruthi. Loink extracted from my mind the likeness of the pipe smoking man. The image was copied and circulated through all branches of the investigating authorities. Loink recovered an image of the Pontius, too, by the same means. Amos confirmed that the strange artifact was precisely the correct size and dimensions to fit into the cavity in Iclone's casket. The one recovered from Processional 212. This was what Iclone had been. What the mass murder in the Hubris Ice Tomb had been for. On the 10th day, a catastrophic series of incidents began to unfold. It began with the Ultima Victrix exploding at anchor above Dorsey. In the ensuing chaos, Battlefleet Scaras waged war against itself. 6 ships were lost, and Captain Estrom's mobile battle group mysteriously vanished in the confusion. It took little time to ascertain that no amount of torture could make Unisat talk. Any doubts that the Glor's authority had survived were dispelled over the course of the next week. Sabotage and riots spread across the subsector, and the Lord Militant's fleet was put to quelling revolt at home instead. Chaos reigned. Why, after what may have been centuries of careful, secret establishment, had the hidden cults risen, exposing themselves to the wrath of the Imperial military? I believed the answer was the true matter. The archenemy was embarked upon something so momentous that it was prepared to sacrifice all of its secret forces to keep the Imperium occupied.